Hi guys, I'm Mac. Today I'm going to read 2 Samuel 19 to 24, Proverbs 27 and Psalm 4. Let's get started. It was told John, behold, the king is weeping and mourning for Absalom. So that victory that day was turning to mourning for all the people. The people heard that day. The king was grieving for his son, and all the people stole into the sea. That day, as people steal and who are ashamed when they flee in battle. The king covered his face, and the king cried with a loud voice, "O my son Absalom, Absalom, my son, my son." And John came into the house to the king and said, "You today come with shame in the face before your servants. Did this day save your life and the lives of your sons, and your daughters and the lives of your wives and your concubines? Because you love those who hate you and hate those who love you. And for you have made it clear today that commandments and servants are nothing to you. For today I know that Absalom were alive and all of us were dead today, and you would be pleased. Now therefore arise, go out and speak kindly to your servants. I swear by the Lord, if you do not go, not a man will stay with you this night, for this will be less for you, and all the evil that has come upon you from youth until now." And the king arose from the sea in the gate, and the people were all told. Behold, the king is sitting in the gate, and all the people came before the king. And Israel had fled every man to his own home, and all the people were arguing throughout all the tribes of Israel, saying, "The king is deliver us from the hand of our enemies, and save us from the hand of the Philistines." Now he's fled out of the land from Absalom, that's not whom we appointed over us, is dead in battle. Now, therefore, why do you say nothing about bringing the king back? And the king sent this message to Shaphan and Ethan the priest. Say to the elders of Judah, why should you be the last to bring the king back to his house? And the word for all Judah, all Israel has come to the king. You are my brothers, you are my bone and my flesh. Why then should you be the last to bring back the king? And say to him, Master, are you not my bone and my flesh? And God, do you say to me, Morris, if you are not command of my army from now on in place of Job, and he swayed the heart of all men, and Judah's whole men, and I know that they sent word to him, return both you and all his servants. So the king came back to the Jordan, and Judah came to Gilgal to meet the king, and to bring the king over the Jordan. And Shimei, the son of Gera, the Benjaminite from Bethlehem, hurried to come down with the men of Judah to meet King David, and with them were 1,000 men from Benjamin. And Judah, the son of the house of Saul, with his 15 sons and his 27, rushed down to the Jordan before the king. And they crossed the ford to near the king's castle, and to do his pleasure. And Shimei, the son of Gera, fell down before the king, and he was about to cross the Jordan. And he said to the king, "Let not my lord hold me guilty. Remember how his servant did wrong the day that my lord the king left Jerusalem. And do not let the king take it to heart, for your servant knows that I have sinned. Therefore, behold, I have come this day, the first of all the house of Joseph, to come down to meet my lord the king. Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, shall not Shimei be put to death for this, because he cursed the Lord's anointed. But David said, what have I to do with you, sons of Zeruiah, that you should this day be as an adversary to me? Shall anyone be put to death in Israel this day? For do I not know that I am just taking over Israel? And the king said to Shimei, he shall not die. And the king gave him his oath. And Mephibosheth, the son of Saul, came down to meet the king. And he had neither taken care of his feet, nor trimmed his beard, nor washed his clothes from the day the king departed, until the day he came back in safety. And when he came to Jerusalem to meet the king said to him, why did you not go with me, Mephibosheth? He answered, my lord, the king, his servant deceived me. And your servant said, I will sell one donkey for myself, and I may ride on it and go with the king, for his servant is lame. And he said, your servants, my lord the king. But my lord the king is like the angel of God. Do therefore what seems good to you. For all my father's house were above men, doomed to death over my lord the king. But you said your servant, and among those who eat at your table, what further right have I than to cry to the king? And the king said, I speak any more of your affairs. I have decided, you and Ziba shall divide them. And Mephibosheth said to the king, let him take it, since my lord the king has come safely home. And Barzillai the Gileadite has come down from Gilgal. And he went on with the king to the Jordan, to escort him over the Jordan. Barzillai was a very aged man, 80 years old. He had provided the king with fuel when he stayed at Mahanaim, but he was a very wealthy man. And the king said to Barzillai, come over with me, and I will provide for you with me in Jerusalem. And Barzillai said to the king, how many years have I still to live? And I should go up to the king to Jerusalem. I am this day 80 years old. Can I discern what is pleasant and what is not? And so I taste what he eats or what he drinks. And I listen to the voices of singing men and singing women. Why then should your servant be an ad burden to my lord the king? Your servant will go a little way over the Jun as the king. Why should the king repay me with such a reward? Look at seven return. Now I may die by overseeing the grave of my father and my mother. Here's your 7 shame hand. Let him go over with my lord the king, and do for him whatever seems good to you. And when the king mentions shame shall go over with me. I will do for him whatever seems good to you. And all that you desire of me, I will do for you. And all the people went over to Jun, and the king went over, and the king kissed Marcella and blessed her, and he returned to his own home. And the king went on to Google, and she had not with him. All the people of Judah, half the people of Israel, of the king on his way. And all the men of Israel came to the king and said to the king, why have our brothers the men of Judah stolen you away, and brought the king and his household over the Jordan? And all David's men with him. All the men of Judah answered the men of Israel, because the king is our close relative. Why are you angry over this man? And have we eaten at all the king's expense? Why has he given us any gift? And the man of Israel answered the men of Judah, we have 10 shares in the king, and David also we have more than you. Why then did you despise us? We not prefer to speak of bringing back our king. But the words of the men of Judah were fiercer than the words of the men of Israel. And there happened to be there a worthless man whose name was Sheba, son of Bichri, a Benjaminite. And he blew the trumpet and said, we have no portion in David, we have no inheritance in the son of Jesse. And every man to his tent, so Israel. All the men of Israel withdrew from David and followed Sheba, the son of Bichri. The men of Judah followed their king steadfastly from the Jordan to Jerusalem. And David came to his house at Jerusalem. And the king took the 10 concubines whom he had left to care for the house, and put them in the house of the God, and provided for them. But he did not go into. They were shut up until the day of their death, living as if in widowhood. And the king said to Amasa, call in Judah together to me within 3 days, and be here yourself. So Amasa went to summoned Judah, and he delayed beyond the set time that had been appointed him. And David said to Abishai, now Sheba the son of Bichri will do us more harm than Absalom. Take your lord's servants and pursue him, lest he get himself to fortified cities and escape from us. And there I went out from after Jerusalem, the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and all the mighty men. And they went out from Jerusalem to pursue Sheba the son of Bichri. While they were at the great stone that was in Gibeon, Amasa came to meet them. Now Joab was wearing a soldier's garb. Over it was a belt and a sword, and its shirt fastened on its side, and he went forward. And Joab said to Amasa, is it well to you, my brother? And Joab took Amasa by the rear with his right hand to kiss it. But Amasa did not observe the sword. Now it wasn't Joab's hand. So Joab struck him with it in the stomach, and spilled his entrails to the ground, without striking the second blow, and he died. And Joab and Abishai his brother pursued Sheba the son of Bichri. Now one of Joab's young men took a stand by Amasa and said, whoever favors Joab and whoever is for David, let him follow Joab. And Amasa lay walling in his blood in the highway. And anyone who came by seeing him stopped. And the man saw the Hebrew stop. He carried Amasa out of the highway into the field and threw a garment over him, and he was taken out of the highway. And all the people went on after Joab to pursue Sheba the son of Bichri. And Sheba passed on through all the tribes of Israel to Abel of Beth Makkah, and the Bichrites assembled and followed him in. And all the men who were with Joab came and besieged him in Abel of Beth Makkah, and they cast out a mound against the city. It stood against the rampart, and they brought out a wall to throw it down. Then a wise man called them from the city. Listen, tell Joab, come here, that I may speak to you. And he came near her, and the woman said, are you Joab? He answered, I am. And she said, listen to the words of your servant. And he answered, I am listening. And she said, and he used to say 4 times, let them but ask counsel of Abel. So they said, I am one of those who are peaceable and faithful in Israel. You seek to destroy seed that is the mother in Israel. Why will you swallow up the heritage? Joab answered, far be it from me. Far be it that I should swallow or destroy. That is not true, but a man of the hill country of Ephraim, or Sheba the son of Bichri, has left up his hand against King David. Give up him alone. And I was just from the sea. And the woman said to Joab, behold, his head shall be thrown into you over the wall. And the woman went to all the people in all wisdom. And they cut off the head of Sheba the son of Bichri, and threw it out to Joab. So he blew the trumpet, and they dispersed from the sea, every man to his home. And Joab returned to Jerusalem to the king. And Joab was in command of all the army of Israel, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was in command of the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and Adoram was in charge of the force at Labor, and Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilab was the recorder, and Sheba was secretary, and Zadok and Abiathar priest. And Ira the Jebusite was David's priest. And there was a famine in the days of David for 3 years, year after year. And David saw the face of the Lord, and the Lord said, "There's a blanket on Saul on his house, because he put the Gibeonites to death." So the king called the Gibeonites and said to them, "The Gibeonites were not of the Hebrew of Israel, but of the remnant of the Amorites. Now the Hebrew of Israel had sworn to spare them. He saw a sword to strike them down in zeal for the Hebrew of Israel and Judah. And as David said to the Gibeonites, "What shall I do for you? And shall I make a tent that you may bless the heritage of the Lord?" The Gibeonites said to him, "There is not a matter of silver or gold between us and Saul or his house. Neither is it for us to put any men to death in Israel." And he said, "What do you say? What do you say that I shall do for you?" They said to the king, "The many consumed us and planned to destroy us, that we should have no place in all the territory of Israel. Let 7 of his sons be given to us, so that we may hang them before the Lord at given us Saul. I chose not the Lord." And the king said, "I will give them." The king spared Mephibosheth, the son of Saul's son Jonathan. And because of the oath of the Lord, that was between David and Jonathan, the son of Saul. And the king took 2 sons of Rizpah and the daughter of Aiah, whom she bore to Saul, whom she bore to Ahijah, the son of Barzillai, the Maholathite, and he gave them into the hands of the Gibeonites. And they hanged them on the mountain before the Lord, and 7 of them perished together. They were put to death in the first days of harvest, at the beginning of barley harvest. And Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, took sackcloth and spread it for herself in the rock from the beginning of harvest until rain fell upon them from the heavens. And she did not allow the birds of the air to come upon them by day, or the beasts of the field by night. When David was told what Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, the concubine of Saul, had done, David went and took the bones of Saul and the bones of his son Jonathan, and made a Jabesh, he was stolen from the public square at Bethshan, and the Philistines hanged on the day of the Philistines killed Saul in Gilboa. And he brought up from there the bones of Saul and the bones of his son Jonathan. And they gathered the bones of those who were hanged, and they buried the bones of Saul and his son Jonathan in the land of Benjamin and Zell, in the tomb of Kish's father. And they did all that the king commanded. And after that, God responded to the plea for the land. There was war again between the Philistines and Israel, and David went down together. It was the Sabbath, and they fought against the Philistines. And David grew weary, and Ishbi-Benob, one of the descendants of the giants, whose spear weighed 1,300 shekels of bronze, who was armed with a new sword, thought to kill David. But Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, came to his aid and attacked the Philistines and killed him. Then David went and swore, "You shall no longer go out with us to battle, unless you quench the lamp of Israel." After this, there was again war with the Philistines at Goal, and Zedekiah the Hushathite struck down Saph, who was one of the descendants of the giants. And there was again war with the Philistines at Goal, and Elhanan the son of Jair-Oregim, the Bethlehemite, struck down Goliath the Gittite. The shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. And there was again war at Gath, and there was a man of great stature, who had 6 fingers in each hand, and 6 toes in each, who had 24 in number. And he also was descended from the giants. And when he told Israel, Jonathan the son of Shimei, David's brother, struck him down. And these were descended from the giants in Gath, and they fell by the hand of David, and by the hand of his servants. And David spoke to the Lord the words of the song on the day, and the Lord had delivered him from the hand of all his enemies, and from the hand of Saul. He said, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress, and my deliverer, my rock, my God, whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold and my refuge. The stronghold of my refuge, my Savior. You save me from violence. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, and I am safe from my enemies. When the waves of death encompass me, the torrents of destruction assail me, the cords of Sheol entangle me, the snares of death come confronting me. In my distress I call upon the Lord. To my God I call. From his temple he heard my voice, and my cry came to his ears. And the earth reeled and rocked, the foundations of the heavens trembled and quaked, because he was angry. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and devouring fire from his mouth. Cloud coals flamed forth from him. He bowed the heavens and came down. Thick darkness was under his feet, and he rode on a cherub and flew. He was seen on the wings of the wind. He made darkness around his canopy, thick clouds, a gathering of water. At the brightness before him, coals of fire flamed forth. And the Lord thundered from heaven, and the Most High uttered his voice. He sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning and rooted them. Then the channels of the sea were seen, and the foundations of the world were laid bare. At the rebuke of the Lord, the blast of the breath of his nostrils, And he sent from on high, he took me. He drew me out of many waters. He rescued me from my strong enemy, from those who hated me. For they were too mighty for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity. As low as my support, he brought me out into a broad place. He rescued me, because he delighted in me. The Lord dealt with me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands, he rewarded me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For his rules were before me, and from his statutes I did not turn aside. I was blameless before him, and I kept myself from guilt. And the Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness, and according to my cleanness in his sight. With the merciful you show yourself merciful. With the blameless man you show yourself blameless. With the purified you deal purely. With the crooked you make yourself seem torturous. You save a humble people, but your eyes are on the haughty to bring them down. For you are my lamp, and my God enlightens my darkness. For by you I can run against the tree, and by my God I can leap over a wall. And in this God, his way is perfect. His way is perfect. The word of the Lord proves true. He is a shield for all who take refuge in him. Who is God but the Lord? Who is a rock except our God? And the God of my strong features. He made my way blameless. He's made my feet like the feet of a deer, and set me secure on the heights. You changed my hands for war, so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You have given me the shield of your salvation, and your gentleness made me great. You gave me a wide place for my steps, and my feet to the step. I pursue my enemies and destroyed them. And they did not turn back until they were consumed. They consumed my fist and threw it out, so that they did not rise. They fell to my feet, for you equipped me with strength for the battle. You made those who rise against me sink under me. You made my enemies turn their backs to me. Those who hated me, and I destroyed them. They looked, but there was none to save. They cried to the Lord, but he did not answer. I beat them fine as the dust of the earth. I crushed them and stamped them down like the mire of the streets. You delivered me from the strife of my people. You kept me as the head of the nations. People whom I had not known served me. Foreigners came cringing to me. And since they heard me, they obeyed me. Foreigners lost heart and came trembling out of their fortresses. The Lord rose and blessed me, my rock, and exalted me, my God, the rock of my salvation. The God who gave me vengeance and brought down peoples under me. He brought me out from my enemies. He exalted me above those who rose against me. He delivered me from many fires. All this I'll praise you, Lord, among the nations, and sing praise to your name. Great salvation he brings to his king, and shows steadfast love to his son, to David and to his offspring forever. Now these are the last words of David, the oracle of David, the son of Jesse, the oracle of the man who was raised in high, the anointed of the God of Jacob, the sweet psalmist of Israel. The Spirit of the Lord speaks by me, his word is on my tongue. The God of Israel spoke, and the rock of Israel said me. When the morning moon was just there of the men rolling in the fear of God, he dawned on them like the morning light, like the sun shining forth on the cloudless moon, like rain that makes grass to sprout from the earth. A dozen of my house stand so with God. He is made with me an everlasting covenant, ordinary in all things and secure. He will not cause to prosper of all my love, all my help and my desire, but worthless men are like them, all like souls that are thrown away. But they cannot be taken with the hand, but the man who touches them arms himself with iron and the shaft of a spear, and they are utterly consumed with fire. These are the names of the mighty men whom David had: Joshua, Bashabeth, and Talchamon. He was chief of the three. He wielded his spear against 800 whom he killed at one time. The next of him among the three mighty men was Elzah the son of Dodo, son of Ahohi. He was with David when he defeated the Philistines. He gathered dead in the light battle, and the men of Israel withdrew. He rose and struck down the Philistines with his hand, was weary, and his hand clung to his sword. And the Lord brought about a great victory that day, and the man returned after him only to strip his slain. And next to him was Shaphan, son of Agi the Hararite. The Philistines gathered together at Lehi. There was blood running through the lentils, and the men fled from the Philistines. They took a stand in the midst of the block, and defended it, and struck down the Philistines. And the Lord worked a great victory. And 330 chief men went down, and came about harvest time to David at the cave of Adullam, when a band of the Philistines was encamped in the valley of Rephaim. David was then destroyed, and the garrison of the Philistines was dead at Bethlehem. And David said boldly, "Oh, that someone would give me water to drink from the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate." And the three mighty men broke through the camp of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and carried it and brought it to David. And he would not drink of it. He poured it out to the Lord, and said, "Far be it from me, O Lord, that I should do this. Should I drink the blood of the men who went at the risk of their lives?" Therefore he would not drink. These things was three mighty men did. Now Abishai the brother of Joab was the chief of the 30. And he wielded his spear against 300 men, and he killed them in one, and beside the three. He was most renowned of the 30, and became their commander, but he did not attain to the three. And Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was a valiant man in Capsule, a doer of great deeds. He struck down 2 arrows of Moab. He also went down and struck down a lion in the pit when the snow fell. And he struck down an Egyptian in the hands of men. The Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but Benaiah went down to him with staff and snatched his spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and killed him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and one named beside his three mighty men. He renowned among the 30, but he did not attend to the three. and David set him over his bodyguard. As to how the brother of Joab was one of the 30, Johanan the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammah of Haran, Elika of Haran, Helas the Paltai, Ara the son of Ikish of Tekoa, Abisa of Anathoth, Mebunai the Hishbai, Salmon the Ahlahite, Baramai of Nitopher, Helen the son of Ban of Nitopher, Ittai the son of Ribai of Gibeah, the people of Benjamin, Benaiah of Pirathon, Hittai of the brooks of Gash, Abiel ben the Arbathai, Asmapheth of Behuron, and Leaban the Chalbanite, the sons of Josh and Jonathan, Shammah the Harite, Ahiam the son of Shara the Harite, Eliphalet the son of Ahasbon of Makkah, Eliam the son of Ahithophel the Galilee, Hezron of Carmel, Parai the Arbai, Igal the son of Nathan the Totoba, Bani the Gad, Zelek the Ammonite, Narai of Beoth, Naamber of Jared the son of Zuri, Ara the Ithra, Gera of the Ithra, Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all. Again, the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he incited David against him, saying, Go, number Israel and Judah. And so the king said to Joab, they commanded all the hills of them, Go through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan to Israel, and number the people, that I may know the number of the people. And Joab said to the king, May the Lord your God answer the people 100 times as many as they are, while the eyes of my lord the king will still see it. But why does my lord the king lie in this thing? That the king's word prevailed against Joab and the commanders of the army. So Joab and the commanders of the army went out from the presence of the king to number the people of Israel. They crossed the Jordan and began from the row, and from the sea dashed in the middle of the valley toward Gad and on to Jason. And they came to Gilead and to Kadesh in the land of the Hittites. And they came to Gad and from there. They went around to Cedar, and they came to the fortress of Tyre, and to all the cities of the Hivites and the Canaanites, and they went out to the Negev of Judah and Ishmael. So when they had gone through all the land, they came to Jerusalem at the end of 9 months and 20 days. And Joab gave some of the number of the people to the king. And in Israel there were 80,000 valiant men who Judah saw, and the men of Judah were 50,000. But David's heart struck him after he had numbered the people. And David said to the Lord, I have sinned greatly in what I have done. But now, Lord, please take away the iniquity of your son, for I have done very foolishly. And when David arose in the morning, the word of the Lord came to the prophet Gad. David said, Go and say to David, Thus says the Lord, 3 things I offer you. Choose one of them, that I may do it for you. So Gad came to David and told him and said, Shall 3 years of famine come to you in your land? Or will you flee 3 months before your foes while they pursue you? Or shall there be 3 days pestilence in the land? And I will consider and beside me. Or answer, I shall return to him who sent me. And David said to Gad, I am in great distress. Let us fall into the hand of the Lord, for his mercy is great. But let me not fall into the hand of man. So the Lord sent pestilence on Israel in the morning until the appointed time. And there died the people from Dan to Ishmael, 70,000 men. And when the angel stretched out his hand toward Jerusalem to destroy, the Lord relented from the calamity and said to the angel who was working destruction on the people, It is enough, now stay your hand. And the angel of the Lord was by the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. And David said to the Lord when he spoke to the angel who was striking the people, and they said, Behold, I have sinned, and I have done wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? Please let your hand be against me and against my father's house. And Gad came that day to David and said to him, Go up, raise an altar to the Lord on the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. So David went up with Gad's word as the Lord commanded. And Araunah looked down, and he saw the king and his servants coming on toward him. And Araunah went out and paid homage to the king, with his face to the ground. And Araunah said, Why has my lord the king come to serve? David said, To buy the threshing floor from you, and want to build an altar to the Lord, and the plague may be averted from the people. Then Araunah said to David, Let my lord the king take and offer what seems good to you. Here are the oxen for the burnt offering, and the threshing sledges, and the yokes of the oxen for the wool. For this, O king, Araunah gives to the king. And Araunah said to the king, May the Lord your God accept you. The king said to Araunah, No, but I'll buy from you for a price. Now not offer burnt offerings to the Lord my God, that cost me nothing. So David brought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. So David built there an altar to the Lord, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. So the Lord responded to the plea from him, and the plague was averted from Israel. Proverbs 27. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Let another praise you, not your own mouth. A stranger, not your own lips. The stone's heavy and sins weighty, but a false provocation is heavier than both. The stone's heavy and sins weighty, but a false provocation is heavier than both. Wrath is cruel, anger is overwhelming. Who can stand for justice? Better to open rebuke than to the love. Pay father wins over friend, but feast have kissed of an enemy. One who is full loathes honey, but to one who is hungry, everything bitter is sweet. Like a bird that strays from his nest, and the man who strays from his home. Oil and perfume make the heart glad. And the sweetness of a friend comes from his own counsel. Do not forsake your friend and your father's friend, and do not go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor who is near than a brother who is is far away. Be wise, my son, make my heart glad. I am an answer him who repression me. Prudence sees danger and hides himself. And simple gold and stuff for it. Take a man's gun and use his security for a stranger. And hold him pledge when he puts security for an adulteress. Whoever blesses his neighbor with a loud voice, rising and laying away, will become discussing a continual dripping on a rainy day. And across and wipe our way. To strain is to restrain the wind, or to grasp oil in one's right hand. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Whoever tends a fig tree will eat its fruit. He who guards his muscle will be on it, and some more face reflects face. And so the heart of man reflects the man. Shoulder and bone are never satisfied, never satisfy the eyes of man. Who's for silver, and the furnace is for gold. And man is tested by his praise. Crush a fallen in water with a pestle along with crushed gold. It is folly will not depart from it. And know how the condition of your flocks, and give attention to your life, for riches do not last forever. And does a crown endure to all generations, when the grass is gone and the new growth appears, and the vegetation of all the mountains is gathered. The land will provide your gladly, and the goats to pass your field. There will be enough goat's milk for your food, and food of your house, and maintenance for your girls. Psalm 4. Answer me when I call, God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was distressed. Give gracious to me and hear my prayer, O Lord. How long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after life? I know that the Lord set apart the godly from himself. The Lord hears it when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your bed and be silent. Offer right sacrifice and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, who will show us some good? Lift up the line of your face upon us. You have put more joy in my heart than they have when they grant wine bound. In peace I'll both lie down and sleep, for you alone alone make me dwell in safety. Now the sun I shall not do the Lord's prayer. Raise my hands, your Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as if we are indebtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Give us the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.